Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we really get into some fascinating topics and pull out some really incredible insights. Today, we're going deep into the world of open-weight AI and this really groundbreaking new model called Pixtral Large. It comes from the company Mistral AI. Pixtral Large builds upon the already impressive Mistral Large 2, boasting a massive 124 billion parameters. That's about 10 times larger than the previous generation of large language models, and allows Pixtral Large to process and really understand visual information in a way that we haven't seen before. What sets Pixtral Large apart is its ability to not only understand text, like its predecessor Mistral Large 2, but also to understand images, charts, even documents. So it can analyze information that's presented in a variety of different formats, which makes it a really versatile tool for all sorts of applications. Now, Pixtral Large has already kind of blown people away in a lot of different benchmarks. For example, on the MathVista benchmark, which tests a model's ability to solve complex mathematical problems, the kind that are presented in images, Pixtral Large achieved an accuracy of 69.4%. And that's a new record. This is actually a really big deal because it surpasses human performance on certain tasks. And that's a major step toward AI systems that can reason about the visual world just as effectively as we can. Pixtral Large has also outperformed some of the other big names that you might have heard of, like GPT-4o and Gemini 1.5 Pro. It beat them on things like ChartQA and DocVQA. These are benchmarks that focus on a model's ability to understand and answer questions based on charts and documents, which is really impressive when you think about how complex some of those charts and documents can be. But Pixtral Large is not just good at acing benchmarks. It can also do some pretty amazing things in the real world. Like, let's say you take a picture of a receipt and it's handwritten and it's got multiple items on it, even in different languages with different currencies. Pixtral Large can decipher the handwriting. Not only that, it can accurately calculate the total and even determine the tip. That just shows how powerful its multilingual OCR and reasoning capabilities are. It's really an amazing tool for anything that involves diverse types of visual data. Another fascinating example is Pixtral Large's ability to analyze charts. Like, it can identify trends and anomalies in a training loss chart, even for a complex AI model, providing valuable insights into that model's performance. So it can really understand and interpret those visual representations of data. And that opens up a whole bunch of new possibilities for how we can analyze and extract knowledge from different sources. Pixtral Large can even identify specific companies. Like, let's say you show it an image, and it can tell you which companies in that image are using models that were created by Mistral AI. That's incredible, right? That level of sophistication and image understanding is a pretty clear sign that Pixtral Large has the potential to revolutionize all kinds of industries. So Pixtral Large is clearly very impressive, but of course the question on everyone's mind is, how accessible is it? Well, for research and educational purposes, Pixtral Large is available under the Mistral Research License. But for commercial use, you'll need a paid license. Now you can access Pixtral Large through Hugging Face and Mistral's API. And this is big, but running this kind of advanced model, it takes a lot of computing power. Like, we're talking about over 200 gigabytes of data, and you really need a pretty powerful GPU rig to get the most out of it. So that raises some questions, right? Like, will Mistral address this in the future? Maybe find ways to make Pixtral Large more accessible for individuals or smaller organizations. That remains to be seen. Now, along with Pixtral Large, Mistral AI also released an upgrade to its state-of-the-art text model. So it's now available as Mistral Large 24.11. Just in case you were wondering about the naming convention, this new version has some pretty big improvements when it comes to understanding long context. It also has a new system prompt, which should make it easier to interact with. Yeah. And the function calling is much more accurate now, making it a really good fit for all sorts of enterprise use cases. So Mistral Large 24.11 is great for knowledge exploration and sharing. You can use it to really dig into those large data sets and extract all kinds of valuable information. Plus, its semantic understanding of documents has been enhanced, so it's much more efficient when it comes to things like document summarization and analysis. And with the improvements to function calling, it's now possible to automate complex workflows and integrate Mistral Large 24.11 with other systems really seamlessly. And you can imagine how that could be a real game changer for businesses. Things like enhancing customer experiences through more personalized interactions and just generally making those processes much more streamlined. So while Pixtral Large is all about this groundbreaking world of multimodal AI, Mistral Large 24.11 is really focused on those continuous advancements in text-based models. It's designed specifically to meet the needs of the enterprise sector, which are only growing, of course. And both of these models really demonstrate Mistral AI's commitment to pushing the boundaries of what AI can do. They're offering solutions for both research and those real-world applications that I mentioned. The fact that they released both of these models at the same time, these incredibly powerful models, is a really crucial moment in the evolution of AI. I mean, Pixtral Large, with those amazing multimodal capabilities, and then Mistral Large 24.11 focusing on enterprise solutions, it really does paint a promising picture of the future, where AI is just seamlessly integrated with all aspects of our lives. So the launch of Pixtral Large, it really is a pivotal moment in AI, especially for those multimodal applications. It gives us a glimpse into this future where AI can just seamlessly understand and interact with both text and images. I mean, the possibilities are incredible when you think about the different fields that could benefit. Like, imagine using Pixtral Large to analyze medical images. It could provide doctors with even more detailed insights for diagnosis and treatment. Or think about architects using the Pixtral Large to create 3D models just from hand-drawn sketches, to really streamline that entire design process. But of course, we have to talk about those high computational requirements, right? That's a pretty big barrier to entry for a lot of people. So it makes you wonder, will multimodal AI development stay mostly in the hands of those large organizations that have all the resources?
Or will Mistral or even other companies in the field find ways to make these really powerful models more accessible so that individuals and small organizations can actually use them too? It'll be interesting to see how that all plays out. And the advancements in Mistral Large 24.11, they also point to another interesting trend. We're seeing a definite shift towards enterprise-ready AI solutions, ones that are focused on practical applications. I mean, picture this. Businesses using Mistral Large 24.01 to power intelligent chatbots that can actually understand really complex customer queries and then, provide really personalized responses. Or imagine those marketing teams using it to analyze all that customer feedback from different sources to figure out those key trends and areas for improvement. So with Pixtral Large, this cutting-edge multimodal model, and then the upgraded Mistral Large 24.01, which is focused on enterprise solutions, we're really getting a fascinating look at how the AI landscape is evolving. On one hand, we've got these amazingly powerful models that are just pushing the limits of what's possible.
But on the other hand, accessibility and real-world application, those are still major challenges. So how will Mistral manage to balance all of this? And how will these new models impact that broader AI ecosystem in the coming months and years? It's definitely something to keep an eye on. AI is evolving so quickly at a pace that we've never seen before, and it's clear that we're right on the edge of a whole new era of technological innovation.